It was 1944. I was 24 years of age. I was in the 43rd Infantry Division, 72nd Battalion, 2nd Platoon, Company E. And my squad was sent on an assignment to find a gun that had been zeroed in on the trails that had been bringing, the locals had been bringing food, water, and ammunition up to the front lines. And they refused to come anymore because the gun was zeroing in and killing them. So my squad was sent to find that gun and destroy it, or find a means of destroying it. They woke us up at dawn. I didn't have time to get water for my gun, for my canteens, or anything to eat. 7 of us started out in the morning, went into enemy territory to find where that gun was. It had fired. We found, during the day, we found that it had been hidden in a cave on the side of a hill. And every once in a while rolled out on railroad tracks and fired at us. And that was the one that hit me. A piece of shrapnel that went through my helmet. But they just put some penicillin on and put my helmet back on and said, "Go, you're okay." Well, I was. We were gone all day. Slept out overnight, still had no food. I had just that little bit of water there in my canteen. It was in the heat of the afternoon we got back to our place where we had left. It was kind of a hilly area. I suddenly began to gasp for air, fell down to the ground. I couldn't stand. I couldn't breathe. I wanted to die. But what was happening to me was hypothermia. No water, no food, all day long, and in very high temperatures in the tropics. I lay down on the ground, and I kind of wrenched my way up toward the cool side of the hill where the sun wasn't beating down at me, and lay on my back and turned my head. I didn't know why I turned, but there was a big papaya right beside my head. Ripe as could be. I looked around for a papaya tree. There was no papaya tree. It's a special tree with special leaves, and usually the papaya hangs from it, but it was, if it had dropped off of a tree, it would have smashed because it was that ripe. I picked it up, ate it, the whole thing, the skin, the stones. They weren't stones, they were pits. I ate the whole thing down and lay down and rested a little bit, and suddenly my strength came back to me. Period. By that time it was dark. I saw that afternoon my soldier buddies had left me there alone on that hillside. The enemy wasn't too far away, but they started firing their gun again. And I got up. I went into that hole in the wall where I saw my men falling. By that time it was dark. I walked and walked and walked and walked. I didn't pray. I was a Christian. But all of a sudden, a voice came to me, "Harold, stop here. Don't talk. The Japanese are right on the other side of this mound. Lay down and go to sleep." I thought back. I didn't think at the time, how did this happen or why it happened? But I thought back and I read in the Bible out of the 34th Psalm that God provides angels to minister, to care for those that love Him, that are called for Him. And I thought there was only one way that that papaya could have gotten there. It was placed by an angel. It didn't drop from a tree. There was no tree. There were bushes, but no tree. And that didn't come to me immediately. It was sometime later that I read this in the Bible, and I said, this has to be what happened. There's no other way, but God was fulfilling His promise that the angels would take care of His own. But the amazing thing is that my strength came back just like that.
Yeah.
That papaya, I would say it was something like that, kind of curved around, and I ate the whole thing.
Yeah. Did you find your troops the next day, or?
I've walked into them that night yet.
Oh, wow.
That was another amazing thing. Somebody was leading me because that pathway was a trail that vied off every once in a while to the right or to the left, and I just kept going straight, but I don't know why I kept going straight until I got to the place where this sergeant said, Harold, we're here. Come on, lay down, be quiet. The Japs are on the other side of this hill.
Yeah.
My thought then was somebody had to lead me. I didn't feel anybody pulling me by the nose or by the hand or by the... It came mentally.
Yeah.
It's the only... Of course, those are my thoughts today.
Yeah.
But I often think of that as being an answer to what God has promised His children, you and me, not because of my goodness, but God's goodness. That's a cherished thought of mine. I love to tell it to my grandchildren.
Yeah. I love to hear it. That's why I got it on tape. Okay. Say goodbye.
Goodbye. I love you, Aaron.
I love you, Grandpa.
I love you, Jan. I love you, Amin, and Jared, and Jay, your family.
What about Ron?
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.
Ciao.